Well, now that we got straw all done, we can focus on doing some hay now. It's August 21st and we got the first crop hay in this year, so we'll get her knocked out. What do you think? Welcome to the channel, guys. This is Garrett McManus Farms, and I'm showing you every step of the way of my journey. I'm just getting into hay this year. I planted 20 acres on Father's Day, and now we're going to mow it today. I bought a haybine yesterday, bought a baler this year and a rake and a basket. We're slowly buying pieces of equipment, been driving truck every day, so we're getting there. This summer did roughly 800-ish square bales and 48 round bales. I had the round bales custom done, and now I am heading over to my hay field, which is about 20-25 minutes east of the farm here, and we're gonna go get it mowed, show you the whole process. Well, we made it to the hay field. We got the camera girl. No, I'm just kidding. Her name's Amber. She does a lot of work. She stacks bales. As you can see though, there's lots of weeds out in the alfalfa, but I'm hoping once we get it cut and it grows back, the weeds will tone down. Down on this low ground here, the alfalfa's not really tall. We got 4 inches of rain and probably close to 10 inches of rain since I planted it, and it's just been hammering rain this summer. The reason this is alfalfa is we used to do corn, beans, and wheat rotation on it, but the geese would always just mow it off. So now we're trying alfalfa on it. There's this 10-15 acre field, and there's like a 5-ish acre field over across the pond. So we're hoping, the alfalfa will, I know that some of the alfalfa out there is over a foot and a half tall up on top of the hill. But like I said, this is all clay on this bottom part here. You can see the incline. So I just put a block under the tire. Now we got to extend the head down with the manual. I'll probably have Amber hold the pen so I can whip one on the other. Throw the old girl some grease and she should be good to go. So we got the haybine all greased up. Should be ready to go now. It's just important to grease it. Grease is a lot cheaper than bearings or anything else that can go out. And really, it's a really old piece of equipment. So how this haybine works is, well, most farmers would know, but some of you guys might not. There's a PTO shaft on the tractor. You turn it on, and it runs the wobble box over here. The wobble box is down there, and it drives that cutter bar. There's a cutter bar down there. Just like a combine head, it makes it go back and forth to cut the hay. The hay goes up into the crimping rolls up here, the rubber crimping rolls. Kind of mashes the hay together, but it doesn't really, tatter it up, and it just throws it out the back. These haybines, they still do make them today, but disc bines are a lot more, I would say, popular, and you can mow a lot quicker. You can go about 4 or 5 mile an hour with these. Now, granted, I don't have a fresh set of knives on this. The guy I've just bought it from put a new cutter bar in before the beginning of the year, so they're not horrible, they're not broken, but they're not also super sharp. But let's get the cutting hay.
Well, we got the big tractor now.
Now, people are going to say chains aren't safe, which they're absolutely right. Like Yankum kinetic energy ropes are the way to go, or straps. I actually do got a strap too, but I'm going to use 2 chains. And it should get it out. It won't take much. I just need to get that tire popped up out of the lock. So we got her out. What happened was is when I came around the field this way, you know, the tractor was up away from the, I guess toward the swamp. There's a swamp down in there. I didn't know how wet this was. Of course you can see it's pretty tall. Alfalfa on this side of the field, maybe close to a foot tall. Got a lot of grass in it. But yeah, once that front tire went right down when I was making this second pass, it was done for. I mean, it's a two-wheel drive tractor. Alfalfa underneath, so hopefully after we mow it here, it'll come back and mostly just alfalfa and Timothy and not much, not much grass or any weeds. There is some weeds down towards the other end of the field, but so far it's not looking too bad. Good looking alfalfa. Granted, there is some weeds in this part of the field, some grass. The grass don't really matter. I ain't so worried, you know, so much worried about the grass. Actually, some of these horse people like grass, you know, a good grass, Timothy, alfalfa mix. Alfalfa is just too rich for the horses, but I'm hoping once we get this cut and coming next year, I'm hoping I don't got weeds in it. I've talked to quite a few people and they've said it should, you know, weeds should tone down. So overall I'm pretty happy. I actually got a pretty good stand of alfalfa out here underneath it. It's just in some places it's hard to see. So like here's a good example. I mean, those are some weeds over there. We've got some grass, but then just got a beautiful stand of alfalfa underneath. Wish I would have got on videoing the other day or yesterday is when I bought that haybine, drove about an hour south to pick it up. And yeah, so it's a learning curve. Did some straw this summer, bought a baler, bought a basket and a rake. Now this haybine, it's a New Holland 479. So big learning curve. All I need now is to get a tedder, but I think I'm gonna go this year without one. Let this sit a couple days and come through this weekend. It's Wednesday today. I'll drive truck tomorrow, and then me and Dad and Amber, we're gonna go down to Technology Days, and then we're also gonna, well then over the weekend we'll get to raking and baling. But overall, I'm pretty impressed with that haybine. Only paid $3,200 for it. And it was funny, there was a disc bind for, it was really reasonably priced. Quite a bit more expensive than that, almost triple, quadruple the price, but you can't find them for that price, a decent one. And it was down to a dealer about an hour south of me, and the guy that I actually bought this from is the one that bought it. It was funny, I showed up there, I'm like, ah, that looks familiar. And he's like, yeah, I just picked it up. I said, so you're the one that beat me to it. What do you think of mowing hay?
I'm not a fan of doing it.
Well, just got done with my 15-acre field. Lights on the tractor kind of suck. We'll save the 5 for tomorrow after work. But Amber's gonna drop me off over to the tractor. Man, it's hot in here.
It's so cold out.
It is. There's no way it's 67 degrees. It is cold. Feels like it's in the 50s, but we would have finished everything today if we wouldn't have messed around. We were screwing around pulling the tractor out with a skid steer, and then I got the haybine off that way, but I just decided to bring the 8300 over. It was the quickest way. But yeah, gonna truck tomorrow and this hay can dry out and get the other field cut, and I'll dry out Friday, and then this weekend we can come to a rake it and bale it.
Spreads the hay out evenly and makes it dry out faster. I haven't invested in one of those yet, so we're just using my rake. I raked 2 windrows together. Now we're flipping them back over to dry them out some more. The problem with that is you knock more leaves off that way off the hay, which has a lot of the protein and stuff in the alfalfa nutrition. But we're being gentle with it and doing the best we can. So.
Well, since we mowed the hay last week and raked it, I think 5 times now, and then it rained, we gave up. We never went and bought a 2019 Citrix 4-basket tedder for pretty reasonable, so about an hour away.